Hey, what's up guys, I'm Lan here. Welcome back to a new video on my channel. So in this video I'm going to talk about iOS 16 beta 4 update on my iPhone XR. So yesterday night I have received iOS 16 beta 4 update. As you can see from the screenshot itself, it came in about 1.53 gigabytes on my iPhone XR. Also, as you can see on my iPhone 12 I have received the same update. So if you have any iPhone, the update size will be a little large. So on my iPhone 12 I have received it around 1.63 gigabytes. So in this video let's have a closer look at iOS 16 beta 4 and let's talk about what are the new features that you can expect with iOS 16 beta 4. Along with that, Apple also released iOS 16 public beta 2. So probably by the time you're seeing this video, you can actually go ahead and download and install iOS 16 public beta 2 if you have a beta profile installed on your iPhone. So without further delay, let's get right into the video. But before that, if you are new here and happen to enjoy this kind of videos on my channel, do give this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel. Now with that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so the first things first, let me go to the settings, and if I go to the settings general and about section, so the first change is here on the tab of iOS version. So if you can see, previously it only used to mention iOS 16, but apart from that it mentions the build number in this page only. So the new build number is 20A5328H. So that's the new build number. And also if you're updating from iOS 16 beta 3 to beta 4, there's a new modem firmware update. I have also checked this on my iPhone 12, and even on this iPhone XR I've got a new modem firmware update. So the new modem firmware is 4.50.03, and before updating, let me show you the screenshot. As you can see, before updating it was 4.50.02. Now there are quite a new features, so let's talk about them one by one. So first, if you go to the settings and if you click on the notifications, so earlier you know that it used to show that count, stack and list, but it never had this graphical representation. But now with iOS 16 beta 4, once you tap on this notification, it gives you a sort of graphical representation. If you choose count, how the notification would be displayed, and stack and list and so on and so forth. So that's one new thing. Apart from that, if you tap on Apple Wallet and Pay, now if you go down, there is a new option which says notification. So earlier this option was not there, now it has been added. Now one more thing I was able to find with iOS 16 beta 4, if you click on accessibility, now you have a new option which says control nearby devices. So it's basically not a new option, it was there, it had a different way of accessing it. Now within the accessibility you can click on control nearby devices, and from that, if you have different devices that are connected to this iPhone, you can control that. Now apart from that, one more thing I have noticed, there are a couple of splash screens. So basically, for example, if you open notes, it will basically show you a new splash screen, and if you open App Store, it used to show you a splash screen. So if I click on continue, so if I tap on this profile picture, so earlier it used to show this purchase, subscription and notification. Apple had removed that, and now there's only purchased and notification. Now one more new feature is the activity tracking. So you can basically track actively if you have a timer set. For example, if I go to clock and if I start a timer, and probably if I press this, and as you can see, the timer activity, you can track it from your lock screen. So this was actually implemented with iOS 16 beta 4. This not only works with the clock application. If you have a Uber or Ola booked, for example, you can track that through this activity kit as well. So that's a new thing. Now apart from that, there are lock screen customization as well. So if I basically want to customize the lock screen, so if I click on customize, and let's suppose if I go back and click on this plus option and choose any wallpaper, let's suppose this, and then if I click on done, and if I click on customize home screen, so earlier it did not used to give you this original color, gradient and photos. These options were not written, it just only shows you the color. Now you can see that color, gradient, focus, all these options are mentioned. So that's a new option present with the lock screen customization. So apart from that, there are customizations in the iMessage as well. So if you want to send the iMessage and if you want to edit that, Apple has reduced the time limit from 15 minutes to 2 minutes. now you have to make changes, and if you want to edit the message you have to do that within 2 minutes, rather before you had 15 minutes of time. So that was there. Apart from that, there were a couple of changes in the settings which I told you, but not a major changes, but there are of course wording change in here and there. So basically, for a fact, like if you want to, in the lock screen again, if you want to delete a wallpaper, let's suppose, so if you click on delete, so earlier it used to say that only delete. Now rather than it says delete this wallpaper, and also it says this wallpaper will be removed from both the lock screen and home screen. So the wording has changed a little bit, and apart from that there is activity kit which has been added to the lock screen itself. So apart from that, I've just updated to iOS 16 beta 4. It would take some time for me to actually analyze what are the new features. So at the moment I was able to find a couple of new features which I showed you in this video. Now many people are also concerned about the battery life since it's a beta update. So let me go to the battery section and click on battery health. So after updating to iOS 16 beta 4, the battery health has not been dropped. So previously it was 89%, and after updating it has not dropped yet. Now talking about the battery life, I am actually testing out the battery life on my iPhone 12 with iOS 16 beta software. So basically after few days, once I use this iOS 16 beta for maybe couple of days, then I can talk to you about this iOS 16 beta 4 battery life. So stay tuned for that. I will probably release a new video on iOS 16 beta 4 battery life and performance after few days. Now talking about the performance as of now looks fine. So I've just updated my phone before recording this video, so it would probably take some time because a lot of things goes in the background once you just update your iPhone. So in the next video probably I'll show you the Geekbench 5 scores as well, so you get a better idea about the battery life and performance. So then again, with the help of this video, I just wanted to let you know that I have received iOS 16 beta 4. So no worries if you have already downloaded the iOS 16 developers beta profile, so this update would be available to you. And also apart from this, if you have a public beta installed, then for you iOS 16 public beta 2 is also available. So that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.